going to show you something remarkable. It's probably not that remarkable unless you understand that 2 years ago I was almost dead from diabetes. My numbers were so bad, they told me literally within a few days I would have been dead. Now I have numbers as good or better than a non-diabetic. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? Yeah, I do this all with diet. I'm no longer on medications. When I left the VA in Seattle, I literally had a backpack full of medications. No more medications, all diet. I'm going to show you how to do this, and I have a lot more to share with you at my website, diabeticdietsecrets.com.
The site is diabeticdietsecrets.com. That's diabetic-diet-secrets.com. So let's start with the proper PCF ratio. PCF stands for protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Okay, the proper ratio in our opinion is 20% lean protein, 50% low glycemic carbohydrates, and 30% good fats. This doesn't appear to be different than ADA recommendations until you get into the nitty-gritty of it. Okay, on the protein, these are the things we get from fish, chicken, nuts, legumes, things like that. But we want to make sure that we don't get too much. Too much protein can cause kidney failure. Kidney failure is a problem for diabetics. We have a much higher rate of end-stage renal failure than the general population, so we need to protect our kidneys by not getting way too much protein. Our carbohydrates are going to come primarily from fruits and vegetables, grains, things like that. We want to make sure that they're low glycemic carbohydrates. Okay, glycemic refers to how quickly the food raises our blood glucose. Okay, we're going to get low glycemic carbohydrates in things like grains, whole grains in particular, not the refined stuff that we find in breads. Lots of good vegetables, particularly dark colored and brightly colored vegetables. Also, we want to make sure we have plenty of good fats. The good fats are the polyunsaturated, monounsaturated fats. The more monounsaturated, the better. Okay, one particular fat that we need is omega-3. Omega-3 fatty acids are found in fish. Okay, these are the ones, EPA and DHA, which really do a lot of good for our body. We want to avoid the saturated fats. Saturated fats, they just clog arteries. They're not good for you. And then a new fat that we're learning about is trans fatty acids. Trans fatty acids are things that they use to extend shelf life. They have no other purpose, but they're extremely bad for you. Okay, we're going to find a lot of this on nutrition labels, and on our site we're going to teach you how to read a nutrition label. Probably the biggest difference between what I do and what everybody else does is in the way that I track what I eat. I use software. The other methods, exchanges, the deck of cards, palm of your hand, all of these have a built-in error factor, sometimes as high as 40%. I found that it worked far better for me to have my balance accurate. And with the software that I use, I can balance it within 1%. Now, this software was developed by a fellow down in Arizona by the name of Ed Prestwood. Ed Prestwood is the author of some best-selling books on nutrition, and his books, they give a good breakdown, but trying to use a book is difficult. With the software, we just pop it in, take a look at it. Within a couple minutes, we've got what we need, and we're off to eating. Okay, I was going to try to show you what this looks like on this video, but it just didn't work on such a small screen. So if you really want to see it, you can go to my website. There'll be some clips there that show you what the software does. It's just absolutely incredible software, and this is a big key difference. If you want to get the best glucose control you can, you need to have accurate tracking. This can be done with the NutriBase software. I don't own the software. I'm not part of the NutriBase or Cybersoft company, but I sure am one of their biggest fans, and I recommend it very highly.
I often spend hours on my computer either working on the website or researching better methods of controlling blood glucose. I could go on talking about this stuff for a long time. But for now, I need to keep it kind of short, so why don't you check out my website, and if you need help, call me. My contact information is on the website, my phone number, my Skype, my email, whatever. If you or anybody you know needs help with controlling type 2 diabetes, let's get the job done.